going, sports fans and gamers? Mark Horner from League Unlock, League Analyst and Talking Head here with you today, courtesy of the Mayo Media Network, to talk about what we're looking at for picks for this weekend coming up in League of Legends action. Of course, we got lots of good ones coming up. We got to go all across the world for our picks this weekend with the 4 major regions. But before that, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video if you enjoy it, and tell us down below what your favorite bet was from this past weekend. Hopefully made you a little bit of extra cash. And if you want a little bit more daily fantasy sports action, check out the Daily Fantasy Sports Picks and Bets The Mix podcast. That's the podcast for you if you need a little bit more of this fantasy sports fix. The first game that we're going to be looking at for our League of Legends picks, though, is going to be coming from the LPL. We're going to China for our first game of the week, and we're looking at Suning versus EDG, and we like EDG with that match line of minus 334. Why do we like EDG? Well, let me tell you about the powerhouse that is Edward Gaming and what they have shown from us. On the one side, you got Suning, which is a good level team in the LPL. EDG is just an elite level team in the LPL, and what it means to be an elite level team in the LPL, it means that you have got monsters in your positions dominating out on the Rift, and that monster for EDG is Flandre in the top side, the job that he's been able to do. You got Scout in the mid lane popping off like a legend that he is, and of course, that's not even getting to talk about the star in the bottom lane for EDG, Viper, what he's been able to do this first split of his in the LPL. Fantastic stuff. I love EDG in this matchup. Once again, that's EDG with the match line of minus 334. The second game that we want to be taking our eyes on is in the LCK, and we're looking at KT Rolster versus DRX, and we like KT Rolster in this matchup with that match line of minus 175. Why do we like KT Rolster? They've been on a little bit of a tear. The way that they have performed this summer split is certainly against the expectations that a lot of people had for them from the spring split. The progress that has been made, the individual performance like someone from Doran in the top side has led you to have some type of confidence in KT Rolster. We're not excited because we're careful. This is the KT roller coaster, of course. Nobody's allowed to get excited, but this is definitely a matchup that we've got our eyes on and that we like KT Rolster in. Again, match line 175. The next one that we are going to go to, our third match, is in North America. The LCS, we're returning home for Evil Geniuses versus Team Liquid. And why do we want to be looking at Evil Geniuses versus Team Liquid? Well, Team Liquid's got a problem, and that problem is Alfari is still on the bench. He is not playing on this starting lineup until the earliest, June 27th. I tell you what, this matchup is before June 27th. Alfari's not going to be in the lineup for Team Liquid. That means the veteran Impact is going to have to be a terror in the top lane for Evil Geniuses. I got Evil Geniuses at the match line of plus 150 in this matchup against Team Liquid. The fourth game that we want to be looking at, we're heading over to the LEC. We're in Europe for this one, and it is, of course, G2 Esports versus Fnatic. The old Cloud Classico rivalry in the LEC. We got it here in our picks for the weekend, and we're going with G2 for this one. I wanted to side with Fnatic. I think Fnatic are showing a lot more promise than people are going to give them credit for. But the positives that I did see from G2 this past weekend, the good that I saw from individual players like Yankos and Reckless in that premier matchup against Rogue, I got to be siding with G2 Esports. I have a feeling they're going to get the best of their rivals once again in the LEC. That is G2 Esports with a match line of minus 200. And to close things out, we return back home. We are back in North America for that Sunday finish, and we are looking at TSM versus Team Liquid. And just as I said in the Evil Geniuses matchup, well, yeah, Alfari's still not going to be playing against TSM in the form that TSM has shown, and specifically TSM's top laner in Huni and what he can do. He's playing at SKT levels of Huni when he went to the World Championship before. I like TSM in this matchup, the form that they continue to show, the answers that they have to the other challenges that the LCS teams have had for them. I like TSM in this one. Once again, TSM with the match line of minus 120. Let's recap those games. We got 5 games on the docket, hitting all 4 major regions, kicking it off with Suning against EDG, and we like EDG in that matchup. Again, match line minus 334. Second game we're looking at is KT Rolster versus DRX. We like KT Rolster with a match line of -175. Third game we're going to Evil Geniuses versus Team Liquid. We like EG with the match line of +150. The next one up is G2 Esports versus Fnatic. We are taking the G2 Esports side in that matchup. That is G2 Esports -200. And then closing it out with TSM and Team Liquid in the LCS, with TSM with that match line of -120. Thanks for sticking with us for these picks. I hope a couple of them land for us this weekend. Let's have some fun watching League of Legends. Thanks for tuning in.